I'm Miss Walker, and in this video, I'm going over week 8, Friday, and we are doing the Tiger Prep. This is the last math video that I'm doing for your packets because this is the last math page that you have of the packet. So, for the last time for math, it's time for what? Tiger Prep. It's time for what? Tiger Prep. It's time for what? Tiger Prep. All right, we're going to start with letter A, and it says write the expanded form of each number. Right now they're in standard form, and we've got to put them in expanded form. So, sorry about that. I tried to mute my computer. My phone is muted, but my computer still dings. It's craziness. So we have the number 905. When you put it in expanded form, oh, that's too large. When you put it in expanded form, you have to think about place value. And we're going to start with our highest place value, which is the 9 in the hundreds. So this is worth 900 plus, we have 0 tens. We don't have anything. So you can put plus 0 or you can leave it. And then the last thing we have is 5. So it's 900 plus 5. Sorry, I have this parent sending me pictures of math they need help with. All right, on this next one, we have a 1 in the thousands place. So we're going to have 1,000. Don't forget that comma, because a comma separates the periods. Plus 100 plus, we have 110, which is 10, and we don't have any ones. I'll put some spaces in there so it's a little bit easier to see. All right, on this next one, we have 1,175, which is written in expanded form as 1,000 plus, it's 1 in the hundreds, so 100, plus, I have 7 in the tens. If you don't know that that's 70, you can hold up 7 fingers and count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus 5. Last one, 1,109. You have 1,000 plus 100 plus, we have no 10, so we don't have to put a 0, but if you want to, you can, plus 9. Letter B, compare using greater than, less than, or equal to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compare these numbers. I'm not going to line them up over here because we've been doing comparing numbers since the beginning. So I have a 9 in the hundreds place on both. I'm going to cross those out. I have a 9 in the tens place on both, and I have a 5 in the ones place on both. So these two numbers, 995, it's only one, and 995 are equal to. On this next one, we have 1,000 and we have 990. Well, this one goes all the way to the thousands place, and this one only goes to the hundreds place. So I already know that 1,000 is greater than 990. Right. Then I have 1,010 and I have 1,015. I have a 1 in the thousand on both, 0 in the hundreds on both, 1 in the tens place on both. I have a 0 in this ones place, and I have a 5 in this ones place. So I know that 1,010 is less than 1,015. On this next one, I have 1,125 and 1,120. The ones in the thousands place are the same. The ones in the hundreds place are the same. The 2 in the tens places are the same. I have a 5 in the ones and a 0 in the ones. I know 5 is greater than 0. So I know 1,125 is greater than 1,120. On this one, I have 1,165 and 1,170. The ones in the thousands place are the same. The ones in the hundreds place are the same. Now I'm looking at the tens place. I have a 6 and I have a 7. I know that 7 is bigger. So I know that my sign opens towards the bigger number. 1,165 is less than 1,170, or 1,170 is greater than 1,165. Last one on this one, 1,180 and 1,185. The ones in the thousands place are the same. The 1 in the hundreds place is the same. The 8 in the tens place is the same. So I'm looking at the ones place. I have a 0 and I have a 5. So that tells me that the number 1,180 is less than 1,185. Letter C. Write the number that is 10 more or 10 less than the given number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in the tens place of a number. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to underline the tens place in all of these numbers. Oops, I kind of underlined both places in that one. Tens place, tens place. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my text box. Here we go. I have to look in my tens place. I'm looking for 10 less than 1,055. So I'm really thinking about it as being 55, and 10 less than that is 45. All I did was in my tens place, I went down 1. Now this one's saying 10 more. So in my tens place, I'm going to go up 1. So instead of being 1,000, this is now 1,010. Because in my tens place, I went up 1 digit, which is 1. On this one, 10 more, I have 1,180. I'm going to change this digit in my tens place to 1 more than 8, which is 9. So that means my number is going to be 1,180. If that does not make sense to you, you can write it out if you need to. 1,180 plus 10. Oh, haha, Ms. Walker made a mistake. 1,180 plus 10 is 1,190. The 8 went up to a 9. All right, I typed the wrong number. Over here, I'm going to add 10. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 1 is 9. I still have a 1 in my hundreds place and a 1 in my thousands place. So if you need to add it out like this, that's fine. All right, now I'm going to do the one that says 1,000 with 10 less. Well, if I think about the number 100, I know that 10 less than that is 90. So if I'm at 1,000, 10 less than that is going to be 990. Because if I add 10 more, I'm at 1,000. That one was kind of tricky. It gets a lot of people on that one that goes up to 1,000. 1,990. All right, letter D. Look at the points A, B, and C on the number line. Then complete the statements. Now, these lines are very, very, very small, so I'm going to have to type very small in here. The first one is 990. It says point A is blank units away from point B. Oh, I don't have to type anything at all. I'm just going to count. So I'm going from A to B. Let's count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So point A is 12 units away from point B. And then I guess I can make my numbers larger. Point A is how many units away from point C. Well, I was already at 12, so I'm going to keep going. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So point A is 20 units away from point C. Boom. Moving on. Number 1. Which shape has exactly 2 more sides than a triangle? Well, polygon wrap. We know a triangle has 3 sides. If you don't know how many sides a triangle has, then draw yourself a triangle and count the sides. You've got 1, 2, 3. It says it has 2 more sides than a triangle. So I'm going to add 3 plus 2, and that gives me 5. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what shape has 5 sides? If I don't know, I can do the polygon wrap. It's got no gaps and no overlaps. It's a polygon. I said a polygon. Well, to classify the figures, you just look at the sides. It's really quite simple when you set it to jive. Start with 3 and call it triangle. 4 is quadrilateral. Don't ask me why. 5 is penta. So I'm looking for the one that has penta in it. All right, penta, that one has 5. So that is my answer. Quad, we said, had 4. All right, I'm going to continue the song till we get to octagon. 5 is penta. 6 is hex. 7 is hepta. That one's quite complex. 8 is octa. So an octagon has 8 sides and a hexagon has 6. Not really sure why my 8 looks silly like that. Let's try it right here. All right, number 2. Which list of numbers is in order from least to greatest? Well, least is the smallest and greatest is the largest or the biggest. So this one has 1,000, then 1,015, then 1,010. 1,015 doesn't come before 1,010, so that's wrong. This one goes 1,005, 1,015, 1,025. Maybe. This one goes 1,010, 1,025, 1,015. No. 1,015, 1,020, 1,005. No. So the correct answer is letter B. Number 3. The model below represents the expression 6 groups of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. There's 6 in each. 6 groups of 6 equals what? Now, I'm going to show you my strategy that I love to use when I do multiplication, where one of the factors is divisible by 2. That means you can divide it by 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many is in this group, because the same number that's in this group over here is the same number that's in this group over here. So I have 6, 12, 18. So if I have 18 in this group, I have 18 in this group. Now I can put both of these numbers together and I can add 18 plus 18. And 18 plus 18 gives me 36. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So on this one, my product is 36. Remember, the product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Number 4. 100 bottles of juice. Remember, when I have the number in word form, I've got to write it above it. So 100 bottles of juice were served at a party. The boys drank 33 of the bottles. And the girls drank 32 of the bottles. The adults, hold on. I'm gonna have to pause the video real quick. Actually, I'm not. I'm just gonna ignore the call. It's my boyfriend. It's okay. The adults drank the rest of the bottles. How many bottles of juice did the adults drink? So I'm going to work over to the side. I know that I start out with 100 bottles. So I know, well, I'm going to have to pause the video because my boyfriend's going to keep calling if not. Hold on. All right, back to the video. Sorry about that. So I know that I start out and I have 100 bottles of juice total. I know I can't get any more than 100. And then I know that the boys drank 33 and the girls drank 32. So I want to figure out how much they drank so far. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So right now, they've had 65 of the bottles. I've got to figure out how much is left. So I'm going to do 100, and I'm going to, oops, it went away. I'm going to do 100, take away 65. Now, this is subtraction across two zeros. So I know I can't take 5 from 0. There's more on the floor. I go next door. There's nothing there. So I got to go next door again, which means I have 0 in my hundreds place. But now I have 10 tens. But I want to be working in my ones place. So I've got to take a 10 from my tens place, which now gives me 9 tens. And it gives me 10 ones in my ones place. 10 take away 5 is 5. And 9 take away 6 is 3. So my answer is that I have 35 bottles of juice left. Last one. Raising the roof. Whoop, 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 whoop. And we're doing number 5. I may record this video again. Who knows? Possibly. The graph shows how long it takes for 4 boys to mow their lawns. Number of minutes mowing the lawn. We have Michael, Elijah, Denzel, Blake. Now, I know that this question doesn't ask us who mows whatever amount of time. But what I always want my kids to do is put the labels out to the side. So Michael, we always look at our scale and it tells us what we're counting by. This one is counting by tens, but in between each 10 is a 5. So this would be 5 here, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So Michael, you bring this line all the way down and he has 40 minutes. Elijah has 30 minutes. Denzel has 35 minutes. And Blake has between 20 and 30. That is 25 minutes. The question says, which boy takes between 30 and 40 minutes? So I'm looking between 30 minutes and 40 minutes. I'm looking right between. It says, which boy is that? Well, the boy that's right in between is Denzel, and he has 35 minutes. So I'm going to bubble in Denzel. And that looks like the last one. I hope that you have enjoyed these math videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful summer vacation, summer break. I hope that you and your family are staying safe, and I just want you to know that we, all of the math teachers, all of your teachers, all the people from Westlawn, we love you and we miss you, and we can't wait to see you again. See ya!